So I want to get right into this, ladies and gentlemen. This is another video. It's an extension of the other one I just did about the Black conscious community issues. This one is some pro-Black females exposing each other online. This also recently happened as well. And so I'm going to go over something that I ran across. And I'm not going to name or mention any names. If you know who these people are, then you know who they are. If you don't, you're just hearing some of the information that I'm telling you that I ran across, which was pretty disturbing. Once again, so they're an extension of the pro-Black community or conscious community. There's a pro-Black community as well, and there's these females. And some of them are pretty legit, and then others are, there's a question mark. Let's put it that way. So let's get into the meat of this. So I ran across an individual who I would assume that she's a part of the pro-Black movement, or she listens at least to some of the videos and has looked at it, because it's a popular thing on social media. Even if you're for it or you're with it or you're just wanting to find out who's who. And so she exposed a female who pretty much claims to be pro-Black. Her movement on her platform is to not have interracial dating. She says she's pretty much persistent on the whole talking point of her position is to not have interracial dating, and that she's pro-Black and for Black women's rights, and pretty much those are the bulk of her position. And so this other female, I guess, observed her over a period of time and stated that she felt like this woman was contrary, that she was con artist, and that she isn't as pro-Black as she tries to put herself out there to be. That she's actually a female escort, and that she very much is involved with white males, despite what she's been, stating online, that she's against interracial dating, that she pretty much will go on the tirade or attack Black men who what they call this term swirling. And so this other woman says that she had observed some of her footage in her videos where she actually had white participants in the background, and she said she could hear them telling her, or basically telling her what to say to Black people to appeal to them. Now, I don't know if any of this is true or this person just totally hates this individual, but there are a lot of people that have it out for this one particular young lady online who basically she's supposedly a pro-Black, or at least, for the most part, and that she supports Black women's rights and what have you, and she's pretty political, and she's very hardline. She's tough on words, but what has been questionable is her credibility as well to some other viewers. And so this one woman said that she felt that she was really, really an actress, and that her whole platform is there to appeal to Black people and to get their money in the ways of saying all of the things that Black people want to hear in terms of Black women, especially her fan base. And that she's trying to gain notoriety, and she tries to get donations as well and support for her platform. But her whole position is being against Black males who are swirlers. So what she constantly will do is she'll say a lot of negative things against people who are in interracial coupling, and she'll, really, really go on the rampage on males, especially. And now I'm putting my feelings out of this. I'm basically just reiterating some of the things that I've come across online that I found rather disturbing. What sounded pretty much convincing is that the one woman said that she had witnessed a couple of her videos where she actually had a relationship, it looked like she had friends that were white. So it was contrary to what her platform is online. Her associates she had that are white. She makes herself sound as though she's not, not in any, doesn't have any social interactions with white people. Not any close ones, that is. But the way this one made it sound, she made it sound as though that she's probably having sexual relations and she's like a female escort for white males, and that's part of her money come up. That she's like a prostitute, and that she's also having sex with white men, and that she's basically using the internet to pilfer money out of the Black community, especially Black women, to donate to her cause, because her hard stance is against Black men that are against Black women, and that there is things that are going on in the Black community with gender warring. And so that's why she picks that topic. From what this woman was saying, that's why she picks that topic, because she knows it'll appeal to Black females. And so what she does is she'll state her cause and what her position is, and that she'll say all these negative things about white people, but contrary to what she's saying about white people, she really actually has very close ties, and that she's a female prostitute for white men, and that one of her gimmicks is using this online as a come up to get extra money. And someone even went as far as to say that they actually heard someone in the background, and they saw a white woman walking in the background, and they were kind of coaching her what to say, kind of telling her, say more, to appeal, basically. And so some other people have been caught doing the same thing. So there are some women that are angry and enraged at her because they suspect that she's a female prostitute, and that what she's doing is she's using the online, the pro-Black woman as a come up on the side of her prostitution money. And so I know this sounds crazy, but that's what I ran across. And so there's a warring of words and a beefing with some of these individuals online. And these are females. And some of them actually have some legitimate commentary, and others have, some question marks. Some of these people have actually shown up on some little talk shows, some podcasts, and some other little ventures, but it hasn't made it to the forefront enough because of their hardline stance at being against interracial coupling. And so there's a lot of warring of words back and forth. And so there's also women online that have exposed one another more recently, and that has created a lot of divisions among females, Black females, trusting one another. And there's already that issue out there on the table, but with this going on, it creates further social divide in the Black community. So I mentioned the first video I had was about the conscious community. Where Black females fall in line with that is a lot of times you'll have some males, there's a few of them, that will have these rough stances on how women have destroyed Black women, in particular have destroyed the Black community. But yet you'll have some Black females that will rally behind these men And so some people say that they feel like they're handmaidens, or they're con artists, and the whole reason why they're doing all of this is just basically to steal from Black people in the community. And so a lot of people feel that's basically what it is. It's just a come up. It's a gimmick. It's entertainment. And so some of it has been really, really, comical, because you actually see people actually getting in confrontation online, and you hear their war of words. There are videos showing different individuals who claim that they're Hotep, they're pro-Black, or they're conscious leaders in the Black community fighting for the rights of Black people, and you never actually see anything being produced except the entertainment online. And so it is pretty popularized. So a lot of people have looked at it. Some people actually were buying into it, and they were donating to these individuals' causes. And more recently, people have found out that a lot of these people aren't really living up to what they claim to be, or what they claim that they're going to do in terms of positivity in the Black community. So it's not just happening with males, it's also happening with females, where there's a war of words. So the reason why I did not mention any names is because I don't want to air names out. Now, some people probably already have an idea of who these individuals might be. They might have come across some of these things as well, and wondered, well, why would they be doing all of this? And they're not even actually going to do anything to better the Black community. And so there's been a lot of troublesome events that have happened, to the point to where they've exposed each other's police records. And now, in terms of the females, what this one other female had claimed she exposed about this other one is that she's actually a female prostitute, and she claims she's against white people, and so adamantly against white people that this other female says that she thinks that she actually is having sex. She has a white male pimp, that he's pimping her out, and she's also escort, and most of the men that she's involved with sexually are white men, and that actually she has them helping her create this platform so that she can get more money and more money from the Black community. So she's basically selling her people out in that way. It's a come up for her. It was even said that the person at one time might have had a corporate job, that she's used to being around white people, and that she's really just selling something. So it's her way of trying to get money out of the Black community, that she actually socializes and hobnobs with a lot of white people, has white friends, and that's the gimmick that she's using to get money and steal from the Black community, is by saying she's against white people, and that she calls them specific names. And I'm not going to say, because I know some people probably are in tune with who this person may be, possibly. But this other woman had quoted out stated out some really disturbing information. I don't know if she actually knows who this person is that did this on her. She has made videos and said that she challenges anybody to look up information on her. Nobody has found anything. Well, this one woman claims she did. She claims she feels that this woman is not truthful in her words, and that she is a liar, and that she's thieving the Black community, and that she isn't hateful against whites. She has actually sex with white men, and that she's an escort, and that she only does this on the side because she possibly lost her corporate job. The other thing is that she said she claimed she saw some video footage where there were white people in the background coaching her on how to talk harder about being against whites. And it was all a scheme or a gimmick just to get money out of Black people so they could support her cause. So this is pretty disturbing. So I just wanted to bring that out. I don't know if people know about that, but now Do I believe it? Put it this way. I don't know. All I know is there's been a lot of things have come out about all these different individuals online. I don't send them any money. I don't know. Nowadays, you don't know who's real and who's fake. If you have a suspicion that the person might not be genuine, I would also, again, suggest not sending any money until you really know or you've investigated the person's credibility. And I've said that in the previous video. However, there are people who are for the Black community. They do want to see positive things happen. They do have commentary. They aren't really trying to, build schools or anything like that, but they do speak out on social issues occasionally, and maybe more than occasionally. And they try to have talks about what kinds of ways can they solve issues in a positive manner, or what ways to avoid certain people that they don't trust that are outside of the Black community. And sometimes people will want to hear feel-good speeches because if they're in a time of tragedy, they don't want to hear mainstream media tell them that, all lives matter when Black people have seen more Black people getting killed. So there's a lot of things going on. So I just thought I would bring this video out as well, because I know I've seen and I've heard and I've seen a lot. And now I'm not trying to judge anyone on here. I'm just merely reiterating some of the things that have claimed to be exposed by some of these individuals. What I do notice now is that now people, I guess, because things are moving along as time is going by, things begin to die out. And so now that you see who's who and you know who's producing and who's not producing anything, and maybe there's been a lot of conspiracies, things that have cropped up where people have uncovered some of these people or felt that these people are not genuine. And so this is why these individuals are turning on one another, because their time is running out. Doing this conscious or this pro-Black thing is not working, especially when there's nothing being produced behind it. It's just a war of words, and there are people that are claiming to be one thing when they're really not. So what is your take on it? I don't really know. All I can say is I don't send any money to people that I'm really not sure about. If I don't see anything being produced, even if I see something being produced, if it isn't really going to amount to anything, I don't want to really partake in it. However, I can say it is a hell of a lot of entertainment online in the Black community. I can say that much for the most part. But anyway, with that being said, thanks for listening.